The Sackrat journey, the recruiting game. Jackson Carter had a dream to earn a Division I football scholarship. His family shared that dream, but there was one problem. They had no idea where to start. No coaches were calling, no letters were coming. Other players were getting offers, but for Jackson, it was silence. His parents searched online, asked around, and tried to figure it out, but the recruiting process felt like a maze with no clear roadmap. How does athletes even get noticed? By using the S.A.C.K.R.A.T framework. Jackson needed a stance. This is where his dream begins. Sitting at the kitchen table, Jackson and his parents stared at a blank notepad. "We need a scholarship," his dad said, "but we don't even know where to begin." His mom nodded. "Other kids are getting offers. What are we missing?" "Jackson has a personal trainer. College coaches are attending his games. They're even at his practices." Jackson felt the pressure. He had worked hard, but without a plan. His dream was slipping away. Jackson needed alignment. The reality was hitting. At school, Jackson saw teammates celebrating offers. Meanwhile, he hadn't even received a single email from a coach. Doubt crept in. Was he not good enough? Was it already too late? That night, while scrolling through social media, Jackson saw a B-Doc Sports video called Recruiting Made Simple. Jackson seen athletes posting their highlights, resume, and tagging college coaches. The message was clear. They weren't waiting to be found. They were making themselves known. Jackson now had to choose the pivotal decision. One weekend, Jackson and his parents reached out to B-Doc Sports and were introduced to the two voices of B-Doc Sports. Coach Bowdown, who stated, "Recruiting is out of your control. If you were good enough, they find you. Just wait and see what happens." Coach Compete, who replied, "No, no, no. Recruiting is a game. If you don't play it right, you'll get left behind. But I can show you how to win." Jackson's dad scratched his head and thought out loud. "So, we can either wait or take control." Jackson looked at Coach Compete and said, "Where do we start?" Coach Compete smiled. "Let's get to work, Jackson." So Jackson now has the keys and the plan for success. Coach Compete laid out the 7 keys to recruiting success. 1. Build a recruiting profile. Stats, film, and academic and athletic info in one place. 2. Review colleges from your profile matches on B-Doc Sports. Coaches like to use the eyeball test. 3. Locate coaches' contact information. Find coaches' emails and social media contacts. 4. Email and DM college coaches, not just sitting back and waiting, but reaching out. 5. Complete questionnaires. Coaches will send the information about their program to you. 6. Attend camps and showcases. Go where the coaches are. Follow up. 7. Stay active on social media, the new recruiting ground. Jackson's mom took notes and said, "We didn't even know any of this." Coach Compete nodded. "Most families don't. That's why so many get left behind." So Jackson reacted, facing this challenge. Jackson got to work. He reviewed his matches on B-Doc Sports and obtained contact information. He and his parents started emailing coaches. He posted updates on social media. And the first few weeks, it was crickets. Doubt tried creeping back in. Was this even working? Coach Compete checked in on Jackson and explained to him and his family. Recruiting is like fishing. You don't catch anything if you don't cast the line. Then it happened. A reply was in Jackson's inbox. A Division II coach liked Jackson's film. It wasn't a scholarship yet, but a great start. Jaxson reacted. He kept pushing, more emails, more posts, more exposure. Jackson's attack was the relentless pursuit. Jackson's name was getting out there. Coaches started following him on social media. A JUCO program invited him for an official visit. Jaxson was happy. Jaxson became even happier one night when an assistant coach from a D1 state university sent a DM and it said, "Let's talk." Jaxson attacked the opportunity. He responded immediately, set up a call, and followed up with his athletic and academic resume and film. His parents were stunned. Before, no one even knew who he was. His mom whispered, "Now he's got options." Jaxson on today as the triumph. Months later, Jaxson sat at this same kitchen table where his journey began. In front of him was an official scholarship offer. His dad exhaled. "We thought this process was out of our control. Turns out we just needed the right framework. S.A.C.K.R.A.T. Jaxson grinned. Coach Bowdown was wrong. Waiting never works. Coach Compete, he was right. And he has shown us the way. Jaxson signed the letter. Dream secured. Game 1.